Hello guys, in today's tutorial, based on the request, I'll be teaching us how to make a night scene from a day scene here, and I'm using Enscape and SketchUp. Of course, Enscape is the rendering engine, as you can see. Alright, I selected the window to sync so that what's going on here will be happening here at the same time. First, we're going to pick a view, and we're going to select our view. If you have taken notes, I have actually created spots for ambient lighting via Enscape object light. I also created ambient lighting for the cars. Also, same here. We have more ambient lighting at the half basketball court. And I did create, let's see, edit or hide all. I did create some street light here. I guess it's hidden in somewhere. So let me see. Right. The street lights are not showing, but we have street lights strategically in this model. Anyway, let's see, maybe I have saved it to one of the previous models. All right, here we have our street light here. I'm going to make a copy here so that it will serve as the light source for the ambient light, right? So we have here, okay, okay, now look at that. Monitor. We're gonna rotate that. Yes, right. Okay, and the last one, right? So as you can also see here, we have some more ambient lighting in here also. You can see the wall light here. We created some cone lighting, right? So let's. So first things first, we want to create our night scene. What do we do inside of SketchUp and Enscape? First, I like to mess around with my views and create a scene that makes sense. I just right, I'm going to click on my zoom. I'm going to change 45 degrees to say 5 degrees and hit enter. It's going to give me a near orthographic projection. I like this type of views when it comes to site renders. I like that equal views both right and left. So let's see, these are seen. I'm going to lock that in right there and I'm saving. Okay, it's taking a minute. All right, so let's call this 3D ortho, sorry, 3D orthographic projection. So what we'll do now is I'm going to unsync, which means I can move in my model and it won't affect my renders, as you can already see here. First things first, we go to, oh my god, sorry, I think I clicked on the scene. Alright, we're going to have to change this mode from 2.0 to normal perspective. So change this back here. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to click that Let's use synchronized views. Something's obviously wrong. I'm gonna uncheck synchronized views. Oh, right, right. So I will have to compensate for the field of view here. Okay, all right, all right. So I obviously had to update the field of view inside of Enscape. All right, so now I'm free of that link. Let's fix our night view. So take note, my model is quite kind of heavy, so it might take a millisecond to get instant response. I'm going to change this to late evening, right? Like this is 4, 5, right? Okay, you could choose any time of the month of your choosing, whatever fits your, you know. So I think I might make it a little bit darker. All right, so this is 5:24. So I kind of want a little bit more detail, although we could work with this, but let's see, 4:50 p.m. So we've done with SketchUp. Now let's go inside of Enscape to see what we can further tweak. As you can see, my style outline, I usually mess with the outlines to give us a little bit of ambient occlusion. I don't usually go beyond 7. So it just kind of depends on on the project you're actually doing. We can mess around with the exposure, the amount of light we want to get into our camera. So I'm going to change that ever so slightly. Okay. You can see there are little swatches of light here, over here at the parking lot. I did that so it can actually pull, just to pull focus on that particular space. So you can have something for your eyes to bounce on and whatnot. And then we move to images, what I typically do. Um, Sometimes don't overdo the bloom because it can make your work very blurry and glassy like this, very hazy. So I usually don't overdo that. You don't need motion blur in this instance. Yes, you can take your lens for it a little bit higher, as you can see. So sun brightness, we don't need the sun by this time of the night, do we? Now, artificial light brightness. So this works very well every time. Check this out. If we take this all the way to the highest, you can see all of our artificial light are very, very overexposed at this point. So you visually find your sweet spot, right? What makes sense for you, right? If I take it all the way down, okay, our artificial lights are dimmed already. So we just, and the image, hence the image is very flat. So the light kind of give it a little bit of depth. So let's add, okay, so I think this is a nice spot. Yeah, right. Skies at this time of the night and the view, we don't need anything. Skies and obviously the export details. So it's really very simple. Um, the only thing I could think of now is that here where we have the terrace buildings, it's actually a little bit dark in there, right? And you can see we have our street light over there. So it's not supposed to be this dark. What I will do now is I will pick this up, put this over here. This is going to help us create that mood lighting that's been created by the street light. Yes, so I'll take it up higher a bit. Yes, you can see this building beginning to glow up, right? Which makes sense. And then we'll copy it over 3 times. as you can see, okay, and 4 times rather. So we have our 19. So you can check it out. It looks good. I'll be exporting in 1080p. You can increase yours to 4K if you like, all the way to Ultra HD, but I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the result, and this is how I typically get my night scene. I'm gonna do like a mini walkthrough, so I'll switch it back to sync view so you can see it all closely. Now, here, check this out. All right, so you can see all, you can see the whole night light in its full glory, right? And that's how you can achieve a very realistic night light, night view of your 3D model. So let me hold on, spinning again. Let's turn this off. Right. Right. So here we go. Let me know if you have any more questions. If there's anything as far as SketchUp and 3D rendering and modeling and interiors architecture generally is concerned, let me know and I'll be happy to be of help. Have a nice one.